Hello, this is Anthony with Press on Coffee. Last time I mentioned that we were going to start on the plumbing as our next step, but good thing I opened our hot water heater because it was actually damaged, so I just sent that back to Amazon. Another one's going to be coming soon. I got to check on the tracking and see. So another reason we're not able to start on the plumbing is that the countertops got delayed, the laminate we ordered. They said it came in, I went to go pick it up, and they're like, oh, we actually don't have it, we had to send it back. They ordered the wrong finish. So I replaced the order, they already did it that day. So they actually just called me today and said it's in, which is nice, so I can get started on that soon. So today, I wanted to upgrade to put a panel in, and I had an RV place quote me on that. They wanted $2,200 to do that, and I was like, absolutely not. It's like, that just seems really far out there. They said like 16 hours labor. So I went to local hardware store. The electrical department was super helpful and walked me through it. Originally, they talked me into getting a bigger panel. It was actually a 100 amp panel, which was just overkill. I don't need that, honestly. So I scrapped that idea. The panel was a little bit big anyway for in here. Went with this. Still 30 amps coming in, but 2 split breakers. This is going to allow me to use my existing outlets in here right now, and then I have another designated breaker that I'm running underneath the cabinets. This old trailer had a 30 amp like little single panel kind of thing. It was actually just right here, and that wasn't, I mean, that's technically what I still have. I just have it split into 2 designated breakers. So the reason I brought in the panel to do 2 separate circuit breakers instead of the existing 30 amp that was there, now I have 220 amp, is it divides the power among the outlets. So with the existing outlets, I have that split one on 20 amp circuit breaker, and then the new outlets I'm putting in are on the other one. What that does is it divides the wattage from each appliance that I'm using for the business on those outlets. That way I'm not overloading a single outlet, which will trip the breaker and cause me to lose power. So the outlet over here that I'm adding underneath the cabinet is for the espresso machine, which pulls a lot of power. It's about 1500 watts. So that alone is almost enough to trip the breaker, one of those breakers. Over here is just a separate outlet for the POS system, probably. It's really just an extra outlet. And then the outlet over here will be for the bun coffee pot, and that actually pulls almost as much as wattage as the espresso machine. So the espresso machine and the coffee maker cannot run at the same time. But that's why I have the air pods, so I can brew my coffee in the morning and it'll stay hot in those air pods. The other big wattage that I'll be using is my hot water heater, but the good thing is that hot water heater, I'll run that in the morning, get my water up to temperature. That thing runs like 1400 watts, so that will get my water up to where it needs to be, and it'll actually retain that heat through my 4 or 5 hour shift in that tank, so I can plug that. I don't have to have that continuously running, pulling wattage. Anyhow, this particular setup and how I figured out how to do this was actually another YouTube video. I can't remember the name of his
I'll put a link.
His video, but I'll put a link. That was really, really helpful how to do it, to run shore power upgrade, or actually he's just adding a panel to his cargo trailer, but works for this too. So this is kind of I'm by no means an electrician, so I just kind of followed his steps, and it turns out it's working for me well so far.
So far. We haven't tried to plug anything in yet.
Yeah, well, I still have to get a new RV outlet that I'm ordering from Amazon too. But so I'm going to finish most of the electrical today, hopefully all of it, cross my fingers, with the exception of putting in my RV plug. After I do that, I can go get the countertop laminate that's in at the hardware store, so I can put that in. As soon as that's in, I can drop my sinks in, and then run my plumbing. Those are the last 2 steps. I really wanted to have this done by the end of March, and we got about 3 days left. After that, it's probably the service window we'll be working on, and then the exterior painting and so forth. So did purchase an espresso machine, so we'll check on that later too.
Yep.